Hello, we'll give everyone a couple more minutes to join, but I want to be respectful of your time, so we'll get started maybe in 2 minutes. So it looks like we only have one participant. Ferrari, I'm gonna upgrade you to a panelist. We can make this a little less formal and you can, ask questions as we go. Awesome. Hi, can you hear us? Or me?
Yeah, hi there. How you doing?
Hi, good. Yeah, so looks like you're the only person to join, at least so far.
Well,
So
that's interesting. I was trying to turn the video on, but it won't go on for some reason, but that's okay.
that's okay.
I can see you guys.
So I'll go through the presentation, but feel free to interrupt me at any time.
Okay.
If you have questions.
Yeah, just so you know, let me tell you which property we own
Sure.
is on Coleman Avenue, right at the Santa Clara, San Jose property line. It's where the Build Group is located. Um, right near Brokaw.
Okay.
So on Brokaw, they're supposed to build that hotel on
Yeah.
Coleman, and we're the first business to the right of that. And we've owned that property for years and years and years. My parents did. And so we have the Build Group in there as our tenant.
Got it. And sorry, is the property technically in Santa Clara or it's in San Jose?
The building's in Santa Clara, the driveway part of it's in San Jose.
Oh, okay.
It's right on the line. Yeah, we get two property tax bills.
Fun. Okay. So thank you for joining us. What was your name?
Mark Ferrari.
Oh, hi, Mark. Thank you for joining us. So you get a tailored presentation just for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much this affects us or doesn't affect us. Other than right now that the traffic pattern out there is so crazy. Um, especially in the afternoons and stuff of people. Now that all those people are coming out of the Roku businesses and
Oh,
all
yeah.
along there, it's like a parking lot. So I know it's hard to get in and out of that property now. So like in the old days.
So my name is Rebecca and this is Leslie. We're working on the Santa Clara Station Area Specific Plan. So just to be clear, this is a planning process. There's no redevelopment proposed at this time. This is really, well, here, I'll go into what is a specific plan, but it's really a planning effort to plan for the future. So what is a specific plan? So it's a planning document that's going to establish policy guidance for the city for future redevelopment. So it'll have required land uses, development standards, transportation guidance, etc. So eventually, once it's drafted, it would be reviewed and adopted by the city council. So that's what I was trying to note. So we don't have a specific timeline for redevelopment. Redevelopment will really occur when property owners choose to sell or redevelop,
Mm-hmm.
and all the existing buildings such as yours and businesses can remain in place until you, the owner, choose to redevelop or sell.
Okay.
Okay.
So for that now, with everything that's happening in that area with across the street now, there's I don't know if they're condominiums or what they are in that Oreo
So the
properties.
apartment.
Yep, those are there. And now the hotel, I don't know, are they gonna move forward with that hotel or not? They've put it off now for 5 years on the corner. Is that still in the plan to
Yeah,
build that?
they just came in to extend their planning permit because it was about to expire. So they have a couple more years to get building permits for that one.
Okay.
So outlined on this map is the plan area for the station area. So the purpose of the plan is to establish a community-based vision for the vibrant transit hub around the station. So our goals is to promote the multimodal transportation that's in this area and increase housing stock.
Mhm.
So the study area is approximately 244 acres. And you can see this kind of the context in which the plan area sits in. So there are several existing transit services. I'm sure you're aware, Caltrain, Capital Corridor, ACE VTA, and this is also the future transit site for BART Phase 2.
If it ever happens, right?
Yes.
Not in my lifetime, I don't think.
Yeah, it depends how old you are.
I'm 70, so I don't know.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see because I know there's a big thing now, downtown San Jose doesn't want to be torn up now and a lot of people pushing on that. So that San Jose has to happen before Santa Clara happens, I think. So who knows? We'll see.
So this is kind of the process we are going through in developing this plan. We are contracted with a firm, they're called WRT. They're assisting us in creation of the plan, and they're also helping us with the outreach activities, etc. So we have the project initiation check. We have engaged a community task force, so that's an 11-member task force of community members who review all the planning, like the documents as they come, and provide feedback for staff and the consultant. We have drafted the existing conditions analysis, so that's available on our website if you're interested. And then right now we're working on opportunities, constraints, and the economic analysis. Then further steps are the visioning plan, drafting the actual specific plan, doing the traffic impact analysis. As you were mentioning, traffic is a big issue in the area. Figuring out infrastructure, and then there's also the environmental clearance aspect. And then, like I said earlier, eventually this would hopefully be reviewed by city council and they would adopt it.
So is the idea to push it more for someday being housing versus businesses or?
So that's what kind of the planning effort's going to tell us. It's going to tell us what are the viable and best and highest land uses for this area.
Mhm. Okay. And
It
they've
being,
got that
sorry, go ahead.
right next door to our properties, the cannabis factory. What do they call it? I forget what it's called, but people in and out of there, that's right on the San Jose line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all what's going on there. So it has to tie into kind of what San Jose does or approves, right?
So yes, ideally it'll be harmonious, but our city council can, dictate whatever they want versus San Jose's city council.
Mhm. Okay.
So here is our schedule. If you can believe it, we've been at this for 12 months already, actually
Wow.
longer. So did you get the notice? We're having a community workshop tomorrow in person.
It just came yesterday that there's something tomorrow, someplace tomorrow night.
Yeah. So like I said, we worked on existing conditions report. We had an internal visioning charrette, so the next step is the community workshop. And that's really gonna be a visioning exercise for community members to tell us what they see as the best and highest use for the land here. If
Hmm.
any, people
If
could
any
say.
show up, since I'm the only one who showed up for this.
Yeah, we'll see. No, for that, we have RSVPs and 12 people have said they're coming so far.
Okay.
So next steps, like I said, we have our community open house tomorrow, and then we also have the task force, which means more regularly. So that's on the third Thursday of the month. The next topic is going to be the economic and financial analysis report that a economic firm prepared for the plan.
Mhm. Is there, however, you guys pushing a certain direction based on what you know so far? You've already been working on this for a year. What is it that you're recommending or would like to see in that? For instance, told you where our property is. What do you want to see that remain a business? Do you want it to be a property that's developed into multi-story housing? What would be your thoughts on that?
I don't think we have a clear recommendation at this point. I mean, it's been a year, but really the accomplishments are limited to the existing conditions analysis, and then we're moving
Mhm.
toward the more of the visioning. So I think staff at this point is open. And of
Mhm.
course, all existing viable businesses we'd want to see remain as long as they
Sure.
continue to be viable.
Sure. I mean, I think the Costco going in really changed the whole thing there with the traffic that creates, obviously. It's a
Yeah,
popular Costco that corner has become, a major thoroughfare that. And then with all the building that Highline has done there, that's created more as that if, people start going back to work and things like that, it's going to be certainly Coleman Avenue and that stretch from where that particular building is. Where I am right now, we own the building on the corner of Dela Cruz and Martin. And that's where I'm sitting right now. That's another building my family owns where One Workplace is. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but right on the corner there. And I know they're talking about putting in the bike paths and things there. And that is a concern for us because the traffic, I just can't see on as busy as this street is and the people turning here that they want a bike lane there. But that's a whole nother group, I guess, that's working on that. But that's a dangerous kind of situation. So we've been in several meetings on that. But down there at Coleman Avenue, where we're talking about, that's where our original family business started way back when. And from there, we've kept the building and had a couple different, San Jose Construction was in there for years. And then when they sold the Build Group has put a lot of money into that property and the existing tenant there now. So I think we just look at it, and our concern or issue would be is obviously we want to do what's right for the community, but we want to do what's right for our family too, and whatever is the best thing for that property. So that's why I was curious which way you're leaning with all the housing that is coming in there now on the corner and which will continue to be developed and built there. It'll be interesting to see. I don't even know how they're doing of filling in tenants there or not. I think it's a great thing for the hotel next door because we need more hotels. They put the Element Hotel in down near the soccer stadium, and you can't get a room there. It's booked all the time. So I think there
Wow.
is definitely a need for more hotel type of things for what's going on around in the area. But yeah, as we've try and bring our vendors and customers, when they come into town, trying to get them in there, it seems like it's always booked. So that turned out to be a big thing, and it's, out of sight and out of mind, way behind the soccer stadium. You don't even know it's there.
Mhm.
So, okay, well, I'm glad there's a process and you're notifying. I'm kind of shocked I was the only one, although maybe this time of day people are busy, at work and doing things. So, maybe that's why there aren't as many, but I know along, as you go on Coleman Avenue further, north, I know that big business park there is going to turn into housing as well, I guess. I don't know what it's called, but we had seen something on that. So it'd be on the other side of Brokaw as you more across the street from the Costco
Oh,
area
yeah,
there. I think a bunch of housing's gonna go in there, so.
there is a
it's-
proposal for there.
Yeah. So for a long time, the area behind the Oreo there, kind of on off the street where Costco is, behind it would be Santa Clara as the train station, so it would be on this side of it. There's
Mhm.
been talk there for a long time. I mean, when is that area supposed to really get developed as the transportation hub?
You mean the train station itself or the
Well,
area
not the
surrounding?
train station, but the area where I know Bart was supposed to go in there. Maybe you're gonna have a bigger bus presence with VTA.
Hmm.
I know for VTA's had that property all behind there for a long time and it's just remained dirt. At one point, we were leasing it and parking trailers there, and then they said, no, we couldn't do that anymore, but it's just still sitting there as dirt. Is there plans soon to start developing that?
I think that's what the area you're talking about is actually where the BART station and the parking for BART is gonna go.
Right.
So it'll
So that-
come farther in the future as
Yeah,
they
like-
finish construction in San Jose.
Yeah, so we're talking 5-10 years down the road,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're planning around that, hoping that someday that does happen. And then what should the area look like based on that?
Correct.
Okay. All right, interesting. So as long as we don't sell our property, it is what it is. If we were to sell our property, you may rezone it from whatever it is now, retail slash industrial, I guess maybe is what it is now. You would perhaps change that to housing. Is that what you're saying?
So it would happen with the existing, potentially, obviously, with the existing building still in place. But again, the building and use can remain in perpetuity until it sells or redevelops.
Yeah, so I mean, chances are, yeah, the building could be leased out for years and years and years to come.
Mhm.
Or a developer or us could develop it into something else, but it depends
Mhm.
what you zone it at as to what we would then be able to do, right?
Correct.
So if we wanted to tear it down and build a 4-story office building, maybe we could, maybe we couldn't, depending what you decide.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what you're kind of leaning towards, what I hear, is more potential multi-story housing. Perhaps.
It's definitely going to be an element, a use that we're looking to add, but I think we also recognize that given this area is largely industrial and there's a lot of viable uses that
Yeah.
we need to make space for those as well. I don't know what that ultimate plan is going to look like, and we have a presentation with our task force and our economist coming up next week. Next week,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Are you going to do a follow-up then and let us know kind of what's happening with that? Or are we on a mailing list so we get what you guys are doing or coming up with?
We
Yeah,
could
so-
add you. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Rebecca.
I was just gonna say, I mean, you're property owner, so you'll be getting all the notices, but I think we also have an email list maybe for more minor updates.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, like we'll be putting the economic report on our website. So you're also welcome to join the task force meeting. You can come in person. It's also
Mhm.
virtual
Okay.
and listen in. And we'll be posting all those documents on our website. So it's definitely a good way to keep up to
Okay.
date.
All right. Well, that sounds good. I appreciate you having this, so at least we know kind of what's being talked about. And we'll obviously be interested.
Great.
Okay.
Well, if
Well-
you see any of your neighbors, tell them they missed a fun meeting.
Well, there are not too many. A lot of that area now where the hotel's gonna go is pretty much empty, just waiting for something to happen with that. And then on the other side, all we see are all the people coming in and out of the marijuana facility. So, all right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Nice
Take care.
meeting you.
Okay,
Yeah, nice to
bye-bye,
meet you, Mark.
bye-bye.
Bye.